I just watched Janany's video about her thoughts on Wuthering Heights. I saw the movie a few days ago. I've just been letting my thoughts percolate in my mind. She said something that really sparked the main thought that's been going in circles, like my brain is on a hamster wheel. At the end of her video, she talks about how she feels like this film is a commercialized adaptation and that it's really stripped of like vision. I am paraphrasing here. I had no stakes going into Wuthering Heights. I didn't read the book when I was in high school. I read the book a couple days before I went to see the movie. I really was just interested in it as an adaptation of classic literature and not as itself as being an adaptation of Wuthering Heights. It feels like the team or even just the director want the audience to come up with the vision rather than creating one. Particularly thinking about how Emerald Fennell was pretty adamant that this was not going to be a faithful adaptation. We knew that from the casting, we knew that from the images that were coming out prior to it. But for my expectations, if it's not going to be a faithful adaptation, then there has to be a vision. For much of the movie, the visuals that end up taking hold are these really large rooms with very sparse objects. Wuthering Heights is pretty dilapidated, but has some intricate floor work, whereas Thrushcross Grange has some more opulent pieces, but what takes center stage and really brings the decoration to these rooms are the people in them. I went to theater design school. I had to think of concepts, theories, and lenses for adapting theatrical pieces on the fly. So in my mind, I'm coming up with all of these ideas on what was behind the intention, but the film itself never clues us into that vision. I just don't know if I'm interested in storytelling that relies upon each individual audience member to come up with the lens and the vision. Like, we are given a skeleton to work with, albeit an opulent skeleton, but a skeleton nonetheless. And depending on your personal attachment to the source material, to the characters, even to the actors and the music, each audience member could potentially walk away with a very different understanding of what they just watched. I'm just not convinced that that is good storytelling.